afternoon. How are we all doing? You'll notice my voice is a bit weird. That's because I've got the lurgy again. I don't believe it. Hopefully the microphone's working. I think the light's going up and down, so it must be going. But yeah, I've got bit of a cough. Bit of a cough. The man in black is actually dark blue, but you know, it's navy. The man in navy, just my lighting is a bit dark. Oh, I've turned it down. Maybe it was a bit light last week. So who have we got? Who have we got in? Hopefully you all remember to alter your clocks. I did put a little reminder in there just in case. Just in case Alex is going to watch from the pub. Nice one, Alex. I sort of miss going to the pub on a Sunday, you know. But we have our own pub here, don't we, really? We have our own little yap and get together with a beer. Same thing. Same thing, really. Tim's in. He's going to have a pint at home. Aaron's in, off to play some... I'm not sure what he's playing. Oblivion or Grand Theft Auto? Not sure. Joe's in. Hi, Joe. And Ricardo. Whee! Thanks, Rob. See, it comes up on screen, but I don't get the noise still. I don't know why. I don't know why. Thank you very much, Rob. Rob Cross is in. Rob is in. We did miss him last week. He was mowing lawns, I believe. Afternoon, Chris. How are you? Nick's in. No sun. No. It was quite a nice day yesterday, though, wasn't it? Who else have we got in? Tim. I think I said hello to you, Tim. Kim's in. Hi, Kim. Yeah, no dog. See, I was going to carry on with the Roberts from last week, but I need to get this radio done ideally, and I seem to be running out of time in the week. This week's been manic. I've had three nights of darts this week, which has totally cocked me up, but yeah, put me behind a bit. I've still got a couple nights next week as well. It's never ending. The Sims 4, Aaron. Indifferent. Afternoon, Andrew. How are you? Bob's in. A capacitor fester. Whoa, I've done some work on this, Bob. I'll show you what I've done in a minute. This is not the first outing for us. First outing for you guys for this one, but I've already done a fair bit of work on this. Benji's in. Hi, Benji. Aston, how are you? No sleep last night. We might need your help, Aston. You never know. Dave Rhodes. Hi, Dave. Bit snotty. Oh, it's my throat. It's my throat. A little bit quiet, Nick. Volume seems low. Oh, I don't know why. Perhaps it's just me. Yeah, it's not peaking, is it? Really? Strange. I've got it yanked right up. Maybe I'll turn it down in the back for some reason. No gain, is it? I'll put the gain up a bit higher. Is that any better? A bit more gain. It's almost like it's advanced audio properties. Volume, Blackmagic device. Yeti, active. 102% volume apparently. It's going to be way too loud in a minute. Let's go up a bit. Let's go 150%. It does weird stuff, this. Right. Let's go 150% volume then. How about that? That should be a bit louder. That should be a bit louder for you. Graham's pub. Yeah. It is. It is like a little pub, isn't it? It's our Sunday lunch. Nah, Mrs. C is coming down with it, Bob. She's woke up this morning with it. I've had it since probably Monday, Tuesday last week, but it's got progressively worse throughout the week, really. You turned up your TV and put your hearing aids in. Oh, dear. It's a good radio voice. It's a bit deep in it, a bit deep. Done all your clocks, Benji? Yeah, I've done ours this morning. Good voice for radio. Bit louder? Good. Tom and Susie, how are you? Yeah, I don't know why it was low like that. It's maxed out, but yeah, I'm not sure. We've got Black Magic device trying to chuck audio through as well, but I've got the mic disconnected from that. Maybe that's causing it. Let's just mute the Black Magic device a minute. Yeah, I don't know why that's got audio attached to it still. Who knows? Anyway. So. Yes, right. Well, that's what's happened this week for me then. So I've had 3 nights of darts this week. It's not just darts, you know. I normally like to have a bit of a practice. Got to eat tea early because I've got to go out, so it's early tea. Practice around about 5 o'clock ish. Then you know, hour of practice out the door, and then home about like 11 o'clock. You know. Yeah, can't catch germs over the internet. I know. No hiss. Good. As I say, I am sort of away from the microphone, so I do need to get another lapel mic sorted. And Nick did send me a link to quite a nice one by the looks of it. I'm just a bit reluctant to ditch the Rode one because I paid so much for it, you know. I might just have to invest in another lapel mic for it. I've repaired it so many times. The problem is I keep dropping it and I keep bending the thing on the end and it doesn't help it. Coco's alright. Rob, thanks for asking. He's still going on. He's happy as Larry is. He's still doing well, so we've just gotta hope and pray, really. So what have I been up to this week now? I wonder if I can get any of my photos up here, because I went to see something very interesting the other day that I've actually said no to a repair. I don't know whether I should have or not, really. I don't know whether I should have said no. I just haven't got time to do it at the moment, I don't think. Where are we? Friday. That one. Let's go put that into an album. Let's call that new album. So, this was Friday. I went to see this. Now, a gentleman very kindly took it out of the chassis for me, so I could have a look at see what condition it's in. I'm trying to think the model of this. But as you can see, it's made in the US of A. But what an amazing bit of kit. It really is a fantastic radio, but I think it's just a little bit beyond my capabilities, if you know what I mean. I could probably do it, but it would just take absolutely forever. I don't know if I can actually save these to my... Don't know if I can save that or not. Share to. Can I? Yeah, should be able to upload to Google Photos. Upload. This is the pictures the chap sent me. Of the actual chassis as well. Excuse me. Just ignore my coughing, please. So this is the chassis looking down on the top. It's a lot of valves in this thing. There's 1, 2, I'm not sure if there's one in there or not. 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there at least there? Like I said, I don't know if there is one in that can or not. Is that a valve as well? Or is that one of them buzzy things? I don't know. And this is the underside of the chassis. Apologies for the photo, but it was quite dark in there, so I had to use a flash for this. But clearly it's been worked on. It looks like this is the base of an old filter cap. It's been cut off and these put in place. Still got some waxies in there. There's a cap been done there and there. That looks like it could be original. There's definitely one there that's been done, and a couple down there. And this was the speaker. Now there was a big, like, fiberglass cone on the back of this, but this is the I think this is the output transformer. I'm not sure on these. Obviously we've got a voice coil there, and we've got this transformer here. Now those two, excuse me, now I'm talking, I'm coughing. Those two wires there are pretty much open circuit. Oh dear. That's just a picture of me holding the wires there. And you can see the voice coil. I have got some other pictures there of that. Oh dear. The stream might not go so well today. Let's grab my water a minute. Oh dear. Apologies. Unfortunately, it's not good. Right, so this is what the radio actually looks like in its case. So it's a proper big old console radio, but what a lovely bit of kit. If there's anybody that fancies taking that on, I mean that's it mounted in the chassis. Look, the chassis mounted in the case. I mean, but you can see the big speaker cone. If anyone fancies having a go at this, the gentleman is really, really keen to get it done. It's been stored damp, that's the only thing. So potentially, as I say, there's the two wires there coming out of this transformer. Or is it a coil? Is that a coil or a transformer? I don't know. But certainly they're open circuit. The other two wires here, the voice coil is fine, it's got continuity, but the other two, those two haven't. So apologies, I'm gonna have to just keep drinking, so really sorry about that. So, let's just catch up. I was right to say no. It's a lovely bit of kit. I'd love to do it for the chat, but I think it's just a little bit too much. Too early for you, Bob? Lots of those when you were kids. Great sounding radio. I bet it does sound amazing. Jim Burns. Tom saying the field coil is acting as a power supply choke. Mica trimmers and silver mica caps. Asbestos, I'm not sure really. Mick Mac, how you doing? As I say, Tim, it's just the chassis. He's got the chassis out, so he literally would be boxing the chassis up and posting it off. I think he said he probably would prefer to drive it there. Ganesh, how are you? So it's a hell of a project. I don't think it would take a massive amount of time really. Once you've gone through it, got rid of all the old caps, it's then just a case of checking the valves, checking all the coils. I don't know. I did somewhere have a service manual that I found out. I don't know what I've done with it. I can tell you the model. Did he say? I can't remember what it is. Excuse me, bloody hell, this cough is going to be a nightmare. Let me see if AI can find out what it is. Sorry people, I think I'm going to struggle to do a stream today. It looks like it's the 1930s. Is it an 8S154? That looks... is that it? Let me just have a look at my photos again. Not quite. It's very similar. I think the knobs here are slightly different unless they've been changed. The clock face is different. Oh no, it's not. Yes, it is. So we've got different scale on the inside here. I think, yeah. So looking at that, that looks like it's got a shortwave band on it, hasn't it? B. This one has got still the 60 up there. Yeah, I don't know. It's certainly got a different scales on it than that one. Could be 6S157. Maybe 6S157. Look at that for an old brochure. God, it's great that people got this stuff still. I wonder if a 6S157 is the same. No, it doesn't look nothing like that. It's 152. No, that's got the different dial again. Strange, it's got, as I say, it's not got the same dial. It's not got that dial. So it refers to 8 tubes. Schematic. I wonder if it's got the same layout as that then. Let me just have a look at the picture I took of the fold base. Top of it. Let's get my picture up. So it's certainly got those 2 coils there. It's got that there and that there. Transformer that. Okay, well it's certainly got the same chassis as that, and whether they made it in different models. 6B10712964, AS129 and 154. Which one have we got there? 154. Could be 8. 8S129. Let's try that. No, it's not that. Strange. It's got like it is that one there, I think, but it's just got a different set of bands on it. What's that one? What's that one? So it's definitely an 8. What about 8S154? That's what we're looking at. S154. What a fantastic bit of kit, isn't it? I don't know what this sort of money would be like in today's money. 1937, 89.95. I bet it was an absolute fortune. A lightning station finder. American and foreign stations, police, amateur, aviation, ships. I bet that was a fortune back then. Anyway, I digress. That's what I've looked at anyway. What do you think? What do you think about that? That's fantastic. Let me catch up with the chat a minute. Your radio dial glass is damaged. Which one have you got, Ganesh? Help you with a new glass. Honey and warm water. Yeah. Mrs. Cruncher did say about trying some of your honey, Andrew, but that's way too good to just drink that. It's got to go on toast. Mr. Laser Sound, how you doing, mate? It's the C model, not the D. Okay, Kim. Whiskey. Ha, yeah. Honey and whiskey. Sharpie, how are you, mate? Hot whiskey. Definite Gavin. Hi, Gavin. Simply hot whiskey. Whiskey, hot water, lemon, cloves and sugar. Flippin' egg. Steve, how you doing, mate? Sheffield Steve, that is. God, but that's a fantastic bit of kit back in the day. Powers. A month's wages, probably. About 2,000 in today's money. I wouldn't be surprised. It's got to be. Murato from Istanbul. Thank you very much. I'm loved. Thank you. Good to hear that you're watching me out in Istanbul, mate. Good to have you on. And apologies about the coughing. So, beer. Oh no, we've still got more news. There's more news. Right, okay. There's more. There's more. I've got loads of stuff. I've got to do the news first. I've got to do my news. On my quest to fix the Kenwood R2000, I seen this. This came up, popped up on eBay. Trio R2000. It's not the greatest. It's got issues. It's a spare set, you know. I don't know what's going on. There's a bit of a knob situation, button situation. We've got a knob missing over here. But 115 quid. Which you might think seems a lot for a spare set. But if we look in the back, it's got the VHF converter. Now, I looked at buying one of these, and these are around about, they vary from about £100 to £200 just for the converter. So, it's worth it just for the converter. Plus, as you can see, it's also got the DC jack down there, which again is another added extra. Strange it says Kenwood R2000 on the back and Trio on the front, isn't it? But it's the same company. So, yeah. Oh, careful, I need to knock my water over there. I've picked that up. I don't know if it works. Apparently it does, but it's quiet, so it might want some playing with. And The gentleman that I went out to see the Zenith said, I've got another radio. Do you want it? Do you want it? Let's just make that a bit lighter. Do you want this other radio I've got? Always up for a radio. And he said, well, you can have this one because it doesn't work, and look what I got. A good old DAC 90A with a straight grill, which is nice. Knobs look good. Only one thing, it has got the band selector missing, which is a bit of a shame. I haven't got. Anybody got a spare band selector for DAC 90A? It's also got a dial glass, Chris. Because if you can remember, the one that we've done for Chris, I haven't got a dial glass. Well, I have got a dial glass, but I can't find the blimmin' thing. Thank you, Rob. You got to go and get your dinner. You've got to tell him you need a dinner earlier. Saving the bush, not shaving the bush, saving the bush for a Christmas stream. I think that is a bargain, Bob, don't you? So there's one other thing about this radio that is quite nice, and that is it has got its actual original bush plug. And we've got the back panel, so I mean it's been stored damp again, same as the other one, so it's going to need a full refurb. But yeah, very nice of the gentleman to let me have that. So if you're watching, Steve, thank you very much for that. Other repairs I've had in, I've got a Samsung Blu-ray player in. That's got a ripped pad, so unfortunately the chap took the case off and went to unplug the fan connector from the board, and it actually ripped off the board. Well, I think it was hanging off anyway. That should be a fairly quick repair, that one. You can turn me one from ebony, Andrew, can you? The knob that we're looking for. Go on here. Got any DAC 90 stuff here somewhere? Look at that. Might be in the other room. DAC 90 bits from Chris's radio. It's like a lever knob on the side, Andrew. I don't think you'd be able to carve it. I think it would need. You could probably 3D print it, I expect. DAC. Let's try DAC. So it is that one there is the one I need. Radio Workshop. That's matey that's on YouTube, isn't it? Yeah, so that's what it looks like. Nice if there's one on eBay, wouldn't it? You never know. There's the mains plug there, look. No. Looks like there was something on eBay at some stage. Not eBay, but you never know. I'll keep my eye out. I might. Afternoon, Martin. How are you? Yeah, what dog? What radio, Ganesh? I got loads of dial glasses. You got to tell us what radio, or you got to stick it back together. Yeah, they are Bakelite, Joe. Yeah. I'm trying to think what the hell. Yeah, I've got one here somewhere off of my other radio, but I obviously can't steal it off of another radio because that makes that radio no good then. You need a spare one. Shaven. Full of hunts, yeah. What else? Samsung Blu-ray player, I said. Oh, I picked up a bargain on eBay. Well, I say it's a bargain. It's not really. Okay. This is not very well. I bought it as spares, and it literally is spares. It's a bit of a dog, if I'm honest. In fact, it's a lot of a dog. I can't even remember where I put it now. I put it out of sight somewhere, so I don't have to look at it. It might be back in here, actually. But it did come with the box inside. So I've got the case for it. And the gentleman that I bought it off of very kindly sent me the user manual as well. So it was a bit of a bargain, but it's not really restorable. So it's a good parts radio, but that is about it. I've got a decent board on it. I can't remember what I've done with the board now. It's in there, I think. I think I put it back in the case. So yeah, parts donor only because it's got an aerial that's been absolutely butchered. And the case has had a bit of a battering. So it's not really repairable unless someone's got an aerial knocking about. You're selling a Philips M2805. Someone will have to Google that then. What else has come in? Anything? No other new repairs, I don't think. I've been turning stuff away at the moment. So say I've got Pat's Decca. Can you remember the Decca that was the absolute dog? Well, let me show you what I managed to do when we had a bit of decent weather last weekend. I don't know if I showed you this last week or not, but can you remember the Decca? Let me just get you a picture a minute and then I'll show you what sort of state it's in at the moment. So let's go back to my Google because I've got a album on this. Albums. So yeah, you remember this one that we looked at? I think I'm on the right screen, yeah. Decca Debonair that came in for restoration. So basically I've stripped all the front and that, everything off of it. And ended up with that. So, if you can picture that in your mind. That's what it looks like now. It's not perfect, but then, you know, I wasn't aiming for perfection, because if I wanted it perfect, I'd have had to recover it. So I've glued back the wood there. That needs a little bit of filler in it before I put a final coat on, I think, just to bring it up a bit better. But that is a massive difference, isn't it? And the handle, there is no handle. Well, there is now. So I've got a bit of leather that was beige, and I've got some leather paint which is flexible, and I've now got what will look, I mean, it's not exactly the same colour, but you know, it's better than a beige one, and I think the leather contrast is quite nice. I quite like that. So there you are. That's the plan. So that fixes down on the side there with some pins. So as I say, I managed to do that last weekend when it was sunny. It's not been sunny since. I'm still waiting for some battery holders. John that makes the batteries is sending me 2 PP1s for it. Well, I bought them, 2 PP1s en route. So yeah, that's that one. I've finished another Pro80 and setting that off. That's back with its owner. That was an absolute nightmare, that one. These Pro80s are the worst of the worst for repairing. These are really, really bad. Don't try and repair one of these, I can tell you. Just stay away from them. If you really, really have to have one, or you've already got one, then you need to get one from me, really, I suppose. They're not great. Lovely radio when it's working, though. You know, it's got sideband on it. You can pick up airband on it. It's got everything. So it's nice. And I think I did put out a video to the Patreons of that one working. If I didn't, it'll be coming out soon. Did I put one out to the Patreons and the channel members? I can't remember. Norman Pro80. Yeah, there was lots and lots and lots and lots of issues with that radio. So this is one that I've repaired last week. It actually went off in the post on Saturday, I think. So this was the radio as it came in, I think. As you can see, I had to replace that. That's a diode package. That had absolutely melted the legs away. It was barely on there. As soon as I took these off, that just dropped off. You can see there's loads of muck around that. Sure enough, that was open circuit. So once again, I had to rob a Sony Walkman for another AM detector transformer. That had gone. You can see all the muck and that line around these and the corrosion it had on it. Everything's corroded in it. The FM coil here, also open. That's the FM detector down there. that one had to come apart, and I had to resolder. Well, I had to unwind some. Broken trace, just absolutely melted off the board. It's connected over to here, actually, not down to there like I thought it was. There was a wire there with a little tiny bit of copper left on it, so using the pen that Ben and Sandra gave me, they gave me a grinding pen for my birthday. I managed to grind that back, solder a bit of wire, make a little coil there, and solder the solder a new pad on it, as you'll probably see in a minute. So this is what these are like. So this coil is absolutely open circuit, primary and secondary. Absolutely shot. In fact, it's on the bench here now. You can have a look at it under the microscope in a minute, but you can see it's all sticky where the electrolyte has been sucked up into it. It just absolutely knackers them. So yeah, there you can see that my pad that I've added in. It's quite nifty. And there's my new cap soldered onto my new pad. I did initially put one of those on there because I didn't think I had a tantalum, but I did find a tantalum in the end and put that back on. Yeah, so when I got to here, that was when I discovered obviously that these were gone. I probably did the amplifier first, I expect. So yeah, you can see that I've changed that cap now. All tantalums throughout. So this is the amplifier board. All redone with tantalums. And that's the coil that I had to pinch out of a Walkman T1. T11 on there. As you can see, it's all brown where all the electrolytes just been sucked up inside it. You know, you got 3 leaky capacitors right beside it, and they just leak for a pastime. That's it installed. This is the FM coil. I tried to take a picture of it, but you can barely see it. I mean, this bit of wire here is okay, then it just disappears till about here. And the same on this side. You can just about see a bit of wire. Lots of videos of it working. Yeah. So I don't know if I put those out yet, but that was Norman's Pro80. All done. Slowly but surely, I'm getting through the list. But oh, hang on. Where's that gone to? Has my main camera gone? Martin's off? That's better. So let's just catch up with the chat. Thanks everyone for the thumbs up on the case. Need to do a job. Philips Radio 15RB677 for Ganache. 15RB677. Let's close up some of these windows because it's gonna really knacker up my Streamos. Philips RB. I've forgotten it already, look. 15RB677. Is it this one, Ganesh? That says RB677, but I can't find a Philips 15. That looks like a stereo tuner. Just looks like a bit of perspex in there. Don't know if that's the one you mean, Ganesh. Yeah, Computer Clock did it on its own, Jess. Yeah, I can't find that radio unless I'm looking at the wrong one. Let me just put that in. No, can't find that. Yes, I have found it. It's a Maestro 2. I found it. Let me see if I can zoom in. That one there, Ganesh. There. I certainly haven't got one of those. If that is it, I haven't got one. Really, you need a complete radio to get one of those, or you need someone that's done a scan and that can do your print of it. Okay, we're deviating again, aren't we? I did see that that one advertised, Steve, but not seen it yet. Could be PMR 446 if they're using amateur bands. That's a bit naughty unless they got licensed radio up around that frequency. They might just have licensed business radio. I'm not sure what frequencies they are. Right, beer. Let's talk beer. So, Trooper. Now. Trooper. I didn't realise this was brewed by Robinson's Brewery. Now, they brew pretty much my all-time favourite beer, which is Old Tom. So I picked this up in our local B&M store. It's endorsed by Iron Maiden. It's got their logos and everything on it. Look. Whee! Made in Cheshire, England. So I thought Trooper was actually like the brand of this, but it's not. It's made by Robinson's, is what it Yeah, Robinson's Brewery, look, 50-year anniversary. 50 years of Iron Maiden. It's a cracking label, isn't it? Look at that. Established 1975, like. So, yeah, they've been going. It's got like a shiny eye. Really good label. So yeah, brewed to celebrate 50 years. So it was launched in 2013, this particular beer. I don't know if anyone's had this before, but it's award-winning apparently. It's a long time ago since I've had one of these. I have had it before, but a very long time ago. So anybody like that? Anybody got any of that? You can pick several up from there, Gavin, can you really? It is endorsed by Iron Maiden, yeah. You opened your Radiocruncher live brew. I kept that for years, Andrew, not opening it. I just didn't know whether to open it or not. But yeah, you've got to try it. Up till 2 minutes to midnight. So yeah, there's lots of stuff on this. So if we go back to my tabs. So this is Robinson's Brewery. This is Trooper. Yeah, this is a different picture to that, but similar sort of thing. Premium British beer inspired by Iron Maiden and handcrafted at Robinson's. Let's get rid of that. So, real ale enthusiast Bruce Dickinson helped develop a beer. So they've actually had a hand in this. But if you click this link here, now these links are in the description. Let's quickly look at Robinson's beers though, because they've got some lovely beers. That's the label I've seen on the pumps before. But yeah, oh Tom, that is gotta be my favourite beer, that has. So 125 years they've been brewing that stuff. I love that. I love that beer. So that is my favourite of all time. Oh Tom. So they've got lots of other stuff. Loads of other beers I've never heard of. I've heard of Brewhouse, I think. I've not heard of Eclipse Dark Mild. I've not heard of Clockwork. Unicorn Brewing. Big Sur. Dizzy Blonde. House I've heard of. I've had House before, I think. Cambria Way. Obviously Trooper we got here. Old Tom. Cascade. Trooper Nitro. Interesting. That's Welsh. Welsh. I'm sure Derek can translate that if he's there. Looks like Quadra Dragar. And Robinson's Dark Smooth. Oh Tom. But if you click that link, it takes you to Trooper beers. And I just thought they had Robinson's Trooper, but it's not. It's not. It's surprising what you come across doing this sort of thing, isn't it? I didn't know they did pale ale. Look. IPA Trooper. Again, Robinson's, look. Robinson's. Fear of the Dark, look. Chocolate Stout. I mean, wow. I would definitely have some of that. Fear of the Dark. Now, this is a different brewer. This is Crew Republic Progressive Lager. Trooper Saturn Czech Lager. Nils Oscar Nordic Lager. The Bishop's Arms. Only available in the Bishop's Arms pubs in Sweden. Ah. Any Swedish people? Now, this is interesting. I have got a pointer. In fact, I've got two of them. Anybody know what a pointer is? It's basically it's a home brewing system. You get this sachet of the liquid, the mixture. You basically stick a gallon of water in that, pour that in and some yeast, and you leave it, and it does its magic. And in sort of 2-3 weeks time, you've got yourself 10 pints of Trooper or whatever other brew. And I've got a couple on the go at the moment. I've got a Belgian ale and I've got a chocolate stout, I think it is. Bode Brown Trooper Brazil IPA. Aces High. Running free, alcohol free Trooper. He looks a bit shocked at it being alcohol free, doesn't he? Swedish. I'm assuming this Nils Oscar is a Swedish company then, is it? Then you've got Robinson's Session IPA. Now look at this. Now we're talking. 6.6%. Trooper 666. Never seen it. Made by Robinson's. Red and Black. Never heard of that as well. Currently in retirement. Australian XPA. Brewdog Hellcat. Never heard of it. Trooper Basque Ale. Trooper Strange Land. Future Past. This is now. I would love to have had a bottle of that. I wish I'd known that was about at the time. I'd have definitely got a bottle of that. Special edition Imperial Stout made in 2023. So I just missed out on that, look. 10%. I bet that was amazing. That would be a little bit like Old Tom, I expect. Sun and Steel. Hallowed. Light Brigade. I mean, what on earth? They got so many. I never knew. I never knew they had that many. I never knew. I have got a brewery here, Joe. I'm going to have to show you, aren't I? Have I got some pictures of it? I probably have. I probably have got some pictures of me unboxing it the other week. I got some pictures of me unboxing my pointer. Yes, I have. So this is what I've got. I think they call this their Master Brewer package. Each one holds 5 litres, I think it is. Basically, it's a gallon, isn't it? No, I didn't pay a lot of. This is a subscription. So what basically you do is you pay up front for your 2 mixes, and I've got a couple really dark ones, which you'll see in a minute. And every month they send you 2 more. So it's basically like a subscription, but in that subscription you get the kit for free for 12 months. I think after 12 months, once your subscription's up, then the equipment is yours. But it came in these fancy little wrappers. Welcome to a world of fresh beer. So say I got those 2. Came with a little cover. Oh, that's my address again. That's the brew docs. And that's the 2 that I've got. I've got After Midnight Belgian Ale and Deep Shade Coffee Imperial Stout. So all of that is now in them. So in a couple weeks time, or 3 weeks time, we maybe try one of these on the live stream. I don't know. You never know. Anyone's interest. I mean, I'm not sponsored by any of this. Like, they should all be sponsoring me, shouldn't they? Really, because I'm looking at their products. So this is their website. I don't know why it's in dollars, but apparently they are available in the States. That's because I'm on the US of A, aren't I? So 3-pointer worth £99, now £0. And if you look at the different beers you can buy, beer subscription. So they have got Trooper there, look. So I'll have to try this. If it's good, then maybe I can brew one of those. Guinness, look. Prost. I think that's the one I've ordered for next time. Because Mrs. Cruncher likes a nice lager, and that one's a strong one. So I'm pretty sure that's the one that I've ordered for next time. Adnams Ghost Shiplet, Pilsner, Pale Ale. He was into that. Appalachian Mountain Brewery. Brewdog. Look, I'm sure Brewdog's got. I do like Elvis juice, so I must admit. Trooper Remixed. Is that the same one? Oh, it's a glass. Got a glass as well with that one. Space Hopper. So lagers. They're bringing out new ones all the time. So this is what I've got in mine. I've got Deep Shade Coffee Stout in mine. And I've got After Midnight Belgian Dark Ale. So I think I've ordered next time. I've ordered Shadow and Cream, and I've ordered that session, that lager. But yeah, they got some nice stuff. So it's very interesting. I've spotted it on YouTube again, as you do, looking through YouTube. But it's easy. Shop all pointers. Yeah, so you've got to, looks like you've got to register for it, but I think from memory I think I paid something like 39 quid, And I got two of the barrels and 2 of the mixes for that, because I think I've got 1 mix free with it. So yeah, there you are. We're deviating again, aren't we? I don't know if anyone's into home brewing, but that's my brewery. Catch you soon, Tom and Susie. Welcome back, Rob. Can you buy me Fear of Dark? I've already chosen next month's Rob. Derek, how are you? Trevor's about 10 miles for us, but can't translate. Oh, you can't translate, Derek. No worries, mate. DJ Hate Beats. Hello, welcome. Osterbeer. GT Jeff, hi Jeff. Star Trek SMDAO's microbrewery. Pinot Grigio. You need a Pinot Grigio brewing machine, Gavin, do you? Netherland beer is very good. It certainly is. DJ Hate Beats. Yeah, we're okay. We're all sort of under the weather really at the moment, Derek. And Ricardo's saying one time begins as a hobby and then takes seriously becomes as a business. Yeah. 73 minutes and not a Pro 80 in sight. We can just about see it behind that. It's just here, look. We do rabbit on, don't we? We do rabbit on. But, you know, we got a bit of news to sort out. I need to get this down my neck. We need to get the Trooper opened. I just love that label. That is brilliant, isn't it? Very good. Cracking label. Let's get the Radiocruncher point in. Let's get it in. Because this might help my poorly throat and cough and everything, mightn't it? There's a story behind the Pro 80 as well, just to complicate things. It's going to focus. Thank you very much. Nice head on that, isn't there? So yeah, I might try one of those kits not next month, the month after. May. So cheers everybody. So here we go then. There we go, Sharpie. You got Pro 80 madness going on here. That is nice. Yeah, that's nice. It's got sort of like some sort of like fruity sort of tang to it. Yeah, that is nice. I wonder if it will come out the same in one of those kits. Well, more beer. Okay, so what can we say about this lot here on my desk then? This, I decided to do this because I'd already made a start on it. It was on the bench. I thought, well, rather than try and tidy everything back away, I'll crack on and show you where I am and see if we can't get this thing working today. Now, what's happened? This is the original radio. This is the original amplifier board. Now this had something up it the wrong way. This was absolutely torched, this board. I basically had to rebuild the DC to DC converter section here, but when I did, I still had a short in it somewhere, and like whatever I did, I still seem to have this short. I thought it was actually carbonization of the board itself because it was black. I literally had to to chip off the black stuff and coat it with some conformal coating. But basically the board was pretty much a write-off. All the pads had lifted. It had had a little explosion inside the can, because that piece there lives underneath this can. So that can sits in there, and that shields the DC to DC converter to stop any of the any interference with the rest of the radio. So yeah, took that off, and lo and behold, I had a big burn patch in the board. And turns out that this coil, well, it's not a coil, it's a transformer, that is shorted. Now, I repaired that because the legs had blown off of it completely. The wires had blown off, so I've managed to repair that and put it back in, but still didn't work. So Frank said, I've got another one. I'll send it out to you. Well, that was this one. So it's got a knackered ribbon cable. So I was hoping that I'd be able to use that all that piece with the other board on the back, and just replace the caps on it and use this, but I can't. It was too far gone with the ribbon cables knackered. It's absolutely shot. I mean, I suppose if you got a couple hours to spare, you could strip all that back, put new wires in it, or even hardwire it, but it's broken underneath there as well. Look. It's absolutely knackered. And the main board here, excuse me, someone had just put all these caps on it, so they'd done a number on it with normal electrolytics and just sort of like shoehorned them on, and it was a right pig's ear. So I've stripped all those off, but the main reason was to see if I could salvage the transformer and the coil. Well, that transformer, turns out that was alright. That one's usable again. This one, open circuit, so I can't reuse that one, but I can repair it. So really, this board could be salvaged, but it's spares. That, you know, we've got a keypad, but that would need hard wiring to make it work again with really fine wire. Bit of a scratched up display. So yeah, no good. So what I've done, I've removed, you can see I've unsoldered the ribbon cable, which is scary enough. I've managed to salvage the board. So this is the board off of the donor radio, which I've recapped now. So all the caps have been changed. I've got rid of all of the corrosion. I've spent a long time messing about, putting solder mask on and everything. And I've also transplanted the ribbon cable. Now, whether that's going to work or not, I don't know. I tried to use hot air to transplant it, but it wouldn't have it. It wouldn't take at all. It's just too flexible, so I had to do it with a soldering iron in the end. So hopefully that has done the job. But we won't know until we fire it up. So I've had to take all the wiring off of this to transplant it. So all of these wires have got to be attached back to this board. This one here has been recapped by somebody. All of these electrolytics have been changed. They're all in the right way round. They all seem to be the right value. So I don't know. I could take them all off and put tantalums on. Not absolutely necessary. What I have got to do is check the pots, not pots, the transformers. Let me get the overhead camera out, I'll show you what I mean. Or you've seen it on those pictures anyway. Is the overhead camera going to work today? Yes, it is. Yes, of course it is. So, the problem areas with these sets. There's two issues with these, and it's on nearly every one I've ever had. This is the AM detector. It's a transformer, and there's a bit of blobby soda there. They go open circuit. All of these capacitors leak here. All the electrolyte goes in there, and it makes it open circuit. Now, I don't know whether this one is open circuit or not. The only way to tell is to take this board off. The other one is this one. This is the FM detector. And luckily enough for us, that little capacitor in there is directly across the coil. I think it's 15K, that not capacitor, resistor. So if I put a multimeter across that and it reads 15K, that is open. If it reads something about like 1 ohm or something like that, we know that that coil is good. So somewhere here I've got a multimeter. On the 200 ohm scale. Let's go across that resistor. 1.3 ohms. So the FM is good on that one, which is good news. The only one we don't know is this one. So the only way of finding out if that's any good or not is to take this board off, which is a bit of a pain in the backside, but you've got to do what you've got to do. So easy enough to take this off. You just need to desolder the ferrite and that one. Yeah, you've got to take this. It's better to take this off. It gives you a bit more wiggle room. Let's just pop that off a minute. There we go. So 2 screws, put that over there, out the way. Couple more screws. Take off these two and get hold of them. There we go. Ferrite, the ferrit's disconnected. So now this board should lift out, so we can flip it. And check that. We can't quite do that yet because I need a quick sip of Trooper. Trauma. How's yours going, Ernest? Still going good? Did I forget the time change? No, Alex. What was that? What was that, Gavin? Yeah, Ribbon cables. Gotta love them. Flat flats cables, they call them. Right. Now we've got to try and find this coil, which is there. It's down here where my finger is. You can see it's written T11. It does look like somebody's been in there, doesn't it? It does look like somebody's been in there. Yeah. Let's get the multimeter across it. The problem you've got with these is there is a capacitor across it, and with that capacitor in there, you can't really check the primary, which is normally where they go. It's normally the primary that goes, not the secondary. Let me get the microscope in a minute. Let me get the microscope in. And we'll have a look at it a bit closer up, if I can find it again. There we are, T11 should be center stage. Yeah, so somebody's definitely been in here. Interesting. Microscope. So you can see that's definitely been messed with. Problem is I can't test it properly with the capacitor in there, but it should be a very low ohms reading. .6. That's the input. That's the output. 6.7, so I think that's okay. I mean, ideally we want to take this capacitor out just to check, so I'm going to do that in a minute, because you can't really check unless you do, which is a pain. Is it going to be nice to me? Ideally I want a bigger tip on, or some. I don't really want to mess with hot air on it. You're going to come off. No, it's not going to come off, is it? Going to have to mess with hot air a minute. Why don't you want to come off? It's been stuck on there, isn't it? There it goes. Let's take that off for a minute. They stick the things on with glue, that's the problem. Just let the board cool down before I hit it with isopropyl. It's okay, Rob, it is glitching, unfortunately. You're welcome, Ernest. Be careful. Where's that gone to? Ah. Is that in the brush, or is it gone into outer space? No, it's just up there. That's our capacitor. Right, where are we? down here. Right, let's test that coil again with that capacitor out of the way and see if he is or isn't open. 20 ohms. It is connected to the IC as well, so it doesn't look particularly good connection there, does it? You're going to have to reflow that one. So yeah, it does look like it's okay. Great news. Unfortunately, I've got my other meters out in the hallway, and this one beeps on the 200 ohm setting. It's annoying, but you know, cheap meter. Let's give that a bit of a clean up. So it does look like someone's had that out before. Maybe it's been changed. I don't know. It might have been changed in its lifetime. You just don't know, do you? You're not staying in there. Yeah, that's definitely not original factory, although that capacitor's... Oh, where's that gone now? Ah, dear. Right. He's back. Yeah, so that's been stuck down to the board. Could probably stick that back on with the hot air, but I want to reflow that joint there because it doesn't look too special. It didn't take very well, did it? These things. Doesn't seem to want to take solder there for some reason. Where are we? We're there. Yeah, he's fine. So it looks like we've got a goer there. It looks like we've got a goer. So someone's gone to the trouble of doing that, but they've not really sussed the rest of the radio out. Okay, we've got lots of things to reconnect here. I'm getting a bit confused here. I think I am. We've got lots to reconnect. Yeah, that doesn't feel very good. It's going to have a bit of a heat assistance. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. I'm going to do this. It's not sitting down right. I think what we'll do is we'll put some fresh soda on it first, and then go along with that. Let's get you in a little bit closer. And over here, Graham. See if I can't just use the table to just push a bit of pressure on that. Be careful with my hands because this is blimmin' hot. Better. The next one, you're going to be good to me. Just going to drop on in maybe. I don't normally take these little ones out. I really don't like taking them out because they cause problems. I've had the radio before, spent ages trying to find a fault on it, and it was one of these wasn't making contact on both sides of the board. It doesn't want to go back in now. See if you can get away with not taking these out. Don't take them out. God, I don't want to go in. Yeah, she blows. some of these are two-sided as well, so you've got to make sure you've got enough solder to flow through there. Let's go over these again. It's got blobby now, isn't it? Where's my eyes? Is it there? Right, some flux. There we go. That's that one. Now there's speaker wires and everything that attach off of this board. Make sure this is the right board. Yes, it is. Now speakers. Do that one last. Is that one that? Is that that? What else do we have missing? Oh yeah, those two. These could be nice to me and going. VHF is that way. That went in nicely. Just got to check. Let's get that one soldered in a minute. The other problem you got with this is you're messing with the flex cable all the time. It's a nightmare. Excuse me. Apologies, I thought the cough was stopping. If I shut up, I won't cough. So just say, Graham, shut up. These are not normal pins on these, they're like a split pin that goes through, so they are particularly awkward to solder. Get in and out the board, as you saw. It's in. I've just got to check the orientation of that one, because you know, it's possible I could put it in backwards. Very possible. using that away. Actually, what I should have done there, I've had to put a new transistor on there. I've also got to pinch a resistor off of this one. If I can find it, that one there. Because the resistor was absolutely shot. On the other board, and I haven't got another 470 ohm. If I start getting too carried away with wiring. If you want to see that, I might be able to get the overhead camera in there. Where am I? Yeah. Bang on first time. Let's zoom out a little bit because it does get a little bit grainy, that camera, if it's in close. So we're up. No, you can't see us. We are here. Get off. Get off. You mad resistor. So I just want to put a little bit of solder on one pad. Get our crazy old resistor. This is not going to go well, is it? You never know, it might have been. What is going on with that? I'm not leaving it like that, Graham. Saying that all of those three are joined together, I believe. Well, it's bled across to all of them, but I don't like it. Don't like it. Where are we? Trying to get you in the shot here. Hey Colin, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. I'm trying to find where the hell I am. Okay, I'm on this board here and I'm down here somewhere. There, that's where I am. That complete pig's ear of a job I just made of that. I mean, all three of those are joined together, but shouldn't be blobby like that. Well, maybe it is going to be. It looks like all the soda mask is long gone from there. Blob of flux. Better. It's another area of the board that gets a lot of leakage because you've got 3 capacitors all in the same area. This one here I've had to take off and totally clean and resolder, so I'm hoping that one's going to be okay. That's our voltage regulator. And 9 times out of 10 you have got to change that one, but as I say, I have cleaned it all up, so I'm hoping it's going to be good. That's better. That looks a lot better. Right. This one next. In there. Just solder these up. Right, where am I? I'm over here. As you can probably hear, Maddie is going out for a walk. Always fun. Maddie goes for a walk. I'm really hoping this will work. I'm not that hopeful, to be fair, because I know these things here, these are horrible. These connectors, you can pull a track, no problem at all. Sometimes the solder doesn't go through to the other side and doesn't make connection. You have problems there. I really don't like taking these off at all, but in this case I've absolutely had to. To swap the boards over. What I should have done probably is just swapped that DC to DC transformer over and not bothered with the rest of it, but like I say, the board was pretty badly burnt. I'll see if I can find the pictures in a minute of burning on the board. Right, that's that one. Got another cable to go into that from this board. Lots of boards, lots of cables. Thank you, Rob. Well done for your running. Derek, afternoon, mate. More beer. Hot isopropyl, got to be done. More trooper going in. Cheers, everybody. could say whiskey would probably be better, but let's see, it does help my voice a little bit. Okay. Let's get the excess soda off these pins. Get my focus back up again. So we've got the black one goes in there. It's a lot of attachments on this, isn't there? No, where does this red one go then? Anybody know? Anybody know where the red one go? I don't know. Whiskey in the jar. Whiskey down my neck. Oh, Kim is saying you think it's a Zenith 8S154H. Cheers, Kim. Anybody fancy taking that on, though? I've not had any takers yet. Not had any takers. Right, let me see if I can find out where this red one goes. The red one goes on the amplifier board. Up here. Up there. And it goes. Black nearest the edge. Goes in there. Just like that. But I would have said that black was yeah, I would have said black was the ground, but according to this, it's the signal. Wow, wow. What can you do? Strange. These are horrible to work on, aren't they? Look at the state of this thing. So many pieces. Just stay clear of these, people. Stay away. that's that. So the only one left is the speaker. I've got to work out which way round that goes. Because we've got an H and an L there for the speaker. Where are we? Over here it goes. We've got an H and an L. It says LO, which is local oscillator, so it might be, but it's it might be audio. Anyway, let's find out which one it is. So H is white. Again, doesn't sit in very well. It's better. Lobby. Lux time. Right. Whew. Transoceanic. I'm going to nip to the loo a minute, so it won't be a sec. Stay tuned, I'll be right back if I can find the button. Okay, back in the room. Okay, right, what else have I got to do here before I can fire this up? That's the old one. That's pretty much scrap. That's the old one. That's the old one. They ain't no good. It's all fun and games, isn't it, with these things? Look, I mean, look at this thing. Look at this. It's just a nightmare. There's a lot of nostalgia knocking about with these radios. As I say, they're not cheap to fix, as you can see. It's a flipping... what a game, but... got a feeling there's a screw missing from up there as well. I still haven't done one of these for myself yet. Well, I have, but I robbed it for some bits for another one. So that's the one that Simon gave me for Christmas one year. Can you remember we did one for Christmas? He gave me a Christmas challenge. Did actually get that one working, which was a miracle. Hadn't actually gone too far. Hope Simon's alright. I've seen Simon this week. There's one. Area of the board that I was interested in that looked like it's had a component knocked off, but I don't really know why it would have done because I haven't been anywhere near there. And that's just in this area here. Let's get the board back up again a minute. No, there's nothing on there. Okay. I wasn't cracking up. Right, let's pop the antenna wires back on. Need to do the display on this one as well, so let's get that done as well. Well, we got it in this state. Display is down here. I don't know if he wanted the display done or not, but he's gonna get it. Almost looks like someone's done this one before. It's right pig's ear. Let's get a super bright to replace that one. because they are dull as can be, those on this particular radio. Super bright, super bright. Now we've got to make sure we got this the right way around, because the last one I did, I put it in backwards, I had to take it all apart again. Just rushing, you see. Don't rush. So go that way round. Like that. Now these are like jewelers pliers, and again I've made a pig's ear of that. That was way too tight. Better. How does that compare? Good. Final check to make sure it's definitely the right way round. The white way round, yeah. Might treat it to putting it in straight this time, what do you reckon? No, let's just put a load of solder on that. Straighten them up before we solder the second one on. Good to go. Right, new LED in. Ow, hang on, there is one thing I've got to do. And I've managed to tip them all over, but that's the critical one. There's a little tiny capacitor that goes across the two legs of this piece here. Again, I've got a picture of that. It goes in between the signal and the ground. Again, not a nice little job to do, is it really? But, you know. Bit of an afterthought by Sony, this one. Oh, it's stuck to the, oh my. There she blows. Nearly forgot that one. That's just decoupling, I think. I don't think it would have majorly affected it. Right, I've got to put the little cover back on the DC to DC. Hide all my lovely workmanship away. Tuck that in for a minute. Put his little top hat on. Right. Quick sense check then, where are we? Just put the cradle back on this one a minute. This has got a I'll tell you what, just step away from these radios, I tell you. What an absolute nightmare they are to work on. I'm sure there's a lot worse out there, but these certainly are one of the hardest I work on anyway. All the time of that straining that cable, you know. ideas for the honey maple version. Bill, what are you doing, mate? I need to take it up as a first hobby. Did you repair a Pro 80 before the 2023 video? Yes, I did, Kim, I think. Let me carry on reassembling this to a state where we can actually fire it up, because we ain't far off now. Just hope this flat flex cable's okay. Otherwise, we're looking for spares radios. More trooper. Right, let me have a look at another board. Yes, there is a screw up there, so there was a screw missing out of that one. Right, that's our power button, on off. That's our board that goes over there, so that's what it basically should look like that, but you know. Let's just screw this board here back on. More screws. I'm not wrenching anything up tight at this stage. Just nip it up for now. Right. I think we are nearly there. I just need a base now so I can plug this in the speaker. Let's zoom you out a bit now. Zoomy-roomy. speaker isn't great on this one. See, we've got a nice little hole in there. I don't know what the other speaker's like from the donor radio. Let's have a look. Yeah, that one's okay. Let's have that one then. That one's much better. Being it is Frank's donor radio. That's better, isn't it? Bit of corrosion on there as well. What's this one like? I don't know. Was it that? Oh, hang on. No, I got them wrong. This is the good one. Yeah, this is the good one. That's the dusty old case. We don't want that one. We want this one. Right, now we need to flip this over, spin it all round. Sort of like that. We need a bit of an aerial. So I'm just going to tag on to there with a connector for now. And we need some voltage. How much do we need? You need 6 volts, centre pin negative, which we should have on this. Yes, we have. Right. Where's my switch? Hang on. Why are we on already without a switch? Why are we drawing power already with no switch on? Have we still got a problem with this radio? I'll be very annoyed if we have. Shouldn't be drawing any current until I switch that switch on. But it is. It's drawing too much. Yeah. So I think we could also have a problem with the audio amplifier, which is great. That's just lovely. I bet we've got a knackered audio amp on this one. Anything come up on the radio at all? Nothing. There shouldn't be any power going to that at all till that power switch is depressed. Just double check I've got that wire in the right way round. That's right. Oh, what a pain. This is the problem with the donor board. You just don't know if there's anything actually wrong with this board. So I have recapped it. Caps in the right way round, am I? Oh, hang on. Have I though? I'm doubting myself now. I need to look at some more boards. It's all very well looking at the service manual, but it's not always right. So I've got this board here. This is one of my radios that I bought in to restore. Partly done it. But the amplifier is good as new. Now let me have a look here. That's correct. That's correct. So somebody's had a go at this board and they put those caps the wrong way around for some bizarre. That's bizarre. That's madness. There's a 470 in it. Yeah, it's a 470. It's a 220. That's right. They're the right way around. That's right. They're right. Right. Yeah, so all my caps are in the right way. This is an original unmolested board. The only thing I've done is I've replaced the caps on the top side with SMD electrolytics. So I'm just going to keep this one stock. But I haven't got round to doing the amp yet, which is good news. So something is shorted somewhere. That's great. That is great because we haven't got a known working board to compare it to, because that one's not working. That needs the caps doing. That one, I don't know what's going on with this one. Again, this has been bought in as spares and repairs. And someone's put these caps in here the wrong way round. That one there's in the wrong way. That one's in the right way. So how on earth can you get that the wrong way round? Because that looks like an original Rubicon as well. Yeah, someone's changed the caps in this one, and no doubt it's been sold on as not working because that cap's the wrong way around. That's me thinking my caps were the wrong way around, but they're not. Right, what the hell is going on here? Have we got a problem with this switch, maybe? Is this switch on all the time? But then that wouldn't make any difference because we've got no display. Looks like this board's coming off again. It's got to be on this amplifier board, not this one. Let's pop it off and have a look. Let's just catch up with the chat in a minute. Oh, remember him, Steve? Yeah, he's in the British Vintage Wireless Society stuff. He used to run the wireless TV museum, didn't he? No, I don't expect they did either, Aston. What were we on about remastered versions? Oh, archive.org. Right, okay. Right, let's just get this board off and have a look underneath here. What's going on here? Why have we got a problem? Just when we thought it was safe to go back in the kitchen. So just get my microscope in and have a little nosy over this a minute while you're chatting amongst yourselves. Oh, the remastered versions of The Secret Life of Machines. It's on YouTube, isn't it? I'm sure they're all on YouTube. So I think I've saved it into my favourites. Right, have we got anything here that doesn't look right? I think it's not in the right place. Anything shorted? If anything, that cap could go up a bit higher. Oh, I knew I'd regret touching that cap as soon as I'd done it. hate you, Cap. I don't like you. Right, let's try that again. It's a little tiny capacitor. It's been a real pain in the backside here. It's got to go in between signal and ground. It was lovely in there, but it just looked like it might have been. Oh, that's better. Looked like it might have shorted out something, but I don't think it would have done. Because no, I don't think it would have done. Okay. Amplifier. Have we got a dodgy amplifier? Just looking to make sure I've got no shorts in between my connectors. Haven't. Not there anyway. Excuse me. They're all good. These. Let's clean these off as well. Perfect. Very nicely soldered, thank you, Graham. You're welcome. could it be my ribbon cable? But then don't appear to have anything leaking across. Bit of a blob there. Doesn't look like that one's connected though. Yeah, it's difficult to know with these ribbon cables whether any of them are connected, but they all look pretty good. Could have shorted across them, I suppose. More trooper. Yeah, see, we're getting audio through the speaker and current draw immediately, which would say to me that something's shorted in the stage. Where is Baz? Is he in? Apparently, Baz. Apologies if I missed you. Oh yes, Ricardo. Yeah, Baz is the man, isn't he? But what have I done? It's got to be. Is it something I've done? I don't know. It could be that ribbon cable. That's dodgy as hell, you know. So difficult without having a working set here, that's the problem. I could use that really nifty tool that was sent to me, the old curve bug, but unfortunately I don't have a working set that can stick it on. So all these caps here have been done by somebody else. I don't know. Could it be that? I don't know. Let me just check those caps are right, because I've done this one myself. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, the caps are all on the right way. could check the audio IC with that, because I mean the audio ICs very rarely go in these. I think I've only ever had to do one. So the likelihood is that one of these has got a decent audio IC in it. I've just got to pop this one off. I can use the curve bug then maybe to see if I've got the same readings on both sets, which will indicate whether the I know we had fun and games with one of these before. I don't know if it was one of these or whether it's an SW55 where we traced corrosion back onto the main board. I think it's just stuck on somewhere. There's a little switch in there. There we go. Okay, let's get the curve bug set up then. Let's do a bit of curve bugging. If I can find the curve bug. Just here, but I've got lots of stuff piled on the desk, so I need to make some room. I need to find it a home really where I can put it. I could leave it connected and use the thermal camera, which is the next step, I think, after this, if I can find the curve bug. What have I done with that then? It literally was just here. Where has all the curve bugs gone? That's so annoying that that didn't just work then. I really thought it was going to. I didn't let on because I thought I'd jinx it, but I probably did jinx it by just thinking that it was going to work. So have I put the curve bug in that safe place where I put everything that I'm going to need? That safe place that I can never remember where it actually was. It was literally here last week because I can remember picking it up because it had the wires connected to it. I want me curve bug. I like the curve bug. That's a wonderful bit of test kit. Why would I have lost that? Can anybody see it anywhere? It's usually you. Yeah. It's unlikely to be a shorted Tatum. They're all brand new. I mean, I've had shorted tantalums before for sure, but there he is. I knew the curve bug wasn't far. Right, let's hooky up eat curvy buggy. No, no noise. Okay. Well, here's the curve bug. If you haven't got one of these, you need one. Got to be in it to win it, and all the rest of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probe each pin. Now where are we going to go for ground? Let's go with that. That should be connected to ground. Let's get the curve bug up on the screen. Right, so you're going to have commentary on this because you can't see both things at the same time, I don't think. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't think you can. I mean, I might be able to screen share it with you like this. No, that's no good. Okay. Well, this is the curve bug. So what you do with this, basically, I've got it connected to ground on both chassis. And I'm going to touch a pin, one at a time, and we're going to compare it. So the first one is ground, so that's vertical on the bad set, and this is the same on the other one. It's slightly offset, could be dirty connection, anything like that, you know. Pin number 2, vertical on the good set, a little bit offset. Yeah, strange, you should be dead in line really. Third pin. Yeah. Fourth pin. Strange. Fifth pin. Yeah, that's good. Next one. Yeah. This one with a capacitor on it. Same. This one. That's different. But then it's laid out differently. You just get the microscope in, you carry on as you are. I'm curve bugging. Yeah, that one's a bit that's strange. That's laid out differently, so that's goes to that resistor. That's weird. Why have they done that then? So I've got a difference here in the way it's laid out. Let me show you. So where I'm looking is, this is the audio IC that I'm looking at now. See if I can get you. I can't see the camera. Right, let me just have a look on the screen. Just focus that a little bit. So you see that capacitor there. Let's get me pointery thing. Which is nowhere to be seen. Great. Tweezers perhaps. So what I'm looking at is this this capacitor resistor situation here. Now, I don't know if that's all the same pad as that one. Doesn't look like it. Now this is my set. This one hasn't been touched. Yeah, so keep that in your memory. Now I'm going to go to the other set, same place. Different. So on my set, that capacitor is connected from there to there, not on here. I don't know if that's all one pad though. If it's all one pad, it don't really matter because it's fine. But if it was all one pad, surely those two would be joined up here. They wouldn't need this capacitor across them. That's not connected, that lead. Definitely got a different reading on the curve bug in that area. So I'm going to probe. These two pins with the curve bug. This one first, and then that one. Let's see what it comes up with. So this is the first pin on both sets. Exactly the same. Second pin. And second pin. Not exactly the same. So the red line, the red one is my set, and the black one is the set that's got the issue. But I mean, that's just a diode junction, isn't it? I don't know. Answers on a postcard, please. Behind me. Certainly there is a difference there, isn't there? But that could be the fact that I've not done the caps in that one. How's our time going? We've got 40 minutes. Different board revisions. It could be, Joe. It could be. But it's not. No, exactly the same. That's ending in 12. Unless there's something that says about revision on the other side of the board. Same, exactly same part numbers. Just looking to see if there's any. No, they've got the same bodge wires. Definitely the same. Strange. We're going to do a bit more probing. We're going to do a bit more kerf bugging, but I need to go to the loo again. I'll be back in a sec. Right, back. So, different board. Doesn't explain why the radio's drawing power regardless of the power switch. Different version boards, Ricardo's saying. Rob thinks it's a component knocked out of place. Don't know, if it was knocked out of place it would need to be shorting, wouldn't it? These boards have both got the same botches on them. Let's have a quick look at the schematic in that area. The trouble is with the schematics on these, they don't show the bodges. So where are we? We need the audio board. We need this one. Right, here's our board. So the IC in question is here. So this is the underside of the board that we're looking at, and there's definitely a cap across pins 77 and 78. But that's no different to putting it across there, is it, by the looks of it? Because it's going to the same place. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't think so. Anyway, let me just get my head around that a minute. Yeah, that's doing exactly the same thing. So just someone's been thought they'd been a bit clever and done it a different way, I think. So the board that I'm looking at is that way round, across pins 77 and 78. The other radio it's across here pin 77 to this one here, doing exactly the same thing. I've just done it a different way for some reason. I don't know why. Done it the hard way, if you ask me. So yeah, not really an issue there then, is it? The next thing I want to do is these pins down through here where these connectors go on. Yeah, because I've had it before where the solder's not flowed through properly. It could be that it's flowed through and actually shorted something out on here. So if I put the curve bug on all of these pins, let's see if these are the same. So I'm going to start up with pin 67 and work my way down. Okay, so let's get the curve bug up again. Right, so the red board is mine. Sorry, the red trace is mine. The other one is the set's not working properly. The black. So that's the top pin. It's marked record. And on mine, same. Ground. That should be just static. Oh. Ah, there we are. Yeah, that's the same. Now that's the speaker positive, I think. There. And there. Oh, they're different. Let's make sure we've got that on right. What's going on there then? Okay, that says positive. We've definitely got an issue there. Yeah, that's the speaker positive. So that's my set. And this is the set that's not working properly. That's a bit strange. It could be because I haven't got the speaker connected to mine. Let me just disconnect the speaker on the other one. Try it again. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, that's pretty close. Right, okay. Speaker negative. That's going to be just negative, so that should be flatlined. Yeah. Okay, that's that set of pins. So now I'm going with the next set. Nothing really to report on the first lot. They look okay. So this is this says 6VS. I'm not sure what that means. Nothing on my board. I bet the same, aren't they? Hang on, I've got the wrong way around. So the red one is mine. There. Black one is the other set. Strange. Might be because one was switched on and one was switched off. Let's try that again. No, there's definitely an issue there between the two. So mine is just that 6VS. Looks like it's just a ground on mine. It's not doing anything, but the black one definitely going positive. Okay. Now we've got a 6-volt line. Nothing on mine. Nothing on that one. 6VN. I think that's the same line actually. Oh, hang on. What? 6V. Looks like M or N. Oh, hello. Hello. What's going on there? This is a bit kinky. It's like a hockey stick, isn't it? What's going on there? Let me just make sure I've got them definitely on the right pads. So we've got diode, then we've got that pin there, vertical, and that one, vertical. Then on to the next one. It's not doing it now. Maybe I was touching them together. Let me just do that again. Yeah, it's definitely got that weird shape on that one, isn't it? That's a... I think that's the ground. Might just be my probe or me touching it or something. But yeah, that's supposed to be ground, that one. So definitely that black one has got an issue there somewhere. You know, that shouldn't be vertical, that should be flat. What's going on here? Have I got a problem with one of my probes? We don't want probe problems, do we? Let me just change it around. Let's use black for this set and red for this one. That's definitely the same. So potentially we've got an issue with that connector, maybe. Maybe we have a problem with that connector, I wonder. And that's the one that the power switch is on as well. Difficult to tell for sure though, because of the fact I've got dodgy caps on mine. Ideally what I need to do is get mine running and working and then compare it. What else can we try? Let's try... Actually, I did say, didn't I, that again, that's not plugged in, is it? Let me just try that again. I forgot I had the base piece plugged in on that. Obviously there's nothing connected on mine. Let's just try those again. So hang on, let's do it that way around. So the red one is mine. Nothing. Nothing, that's better. Knack. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it was because it was plugged into the base piece here. Now they appear to be all pretty much dead. Not getting any patterns on any of the wires. Strange, just not getting anything on anything now. Is my curve book working? Is my earth's dropped? Ah dear. The earths have dropped off. Right, ignore that. Let's try that again then. So, 6VS. Mine. Dodgy. 6 volt. Same. G. Yeah. There's definitely an issue there. That one and that one. So the dodgy one is that one, which is marked G, which I assume that's ground. See, if that's vertical, doesn't that mean Christoph, how you doing, mate? Thanks, Rob. Something may have changed on the broken board. Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to find. How many gallons of beer in how long? Current is the vertical axis, voltage on the horizontal. Horizontal flat line, open circuit, straight vertical equals short, and then the magic is in between. I'm just looking because I've got a weak Saturn as well. Let's try that on the weak. Well, we've got some very different settings. We've got very different there. I mean, I'm on the weak setting now. Look. I don't know what the difference is, but it says weak up in the top corner. You can toggle it with things. So if I go on that ground connection again, the red wire is now the dodgy one. That's dead vertical. And the black wire is my set. Very different, aren't they? You know, the idea of this tool is you can just probe stuff, you know, till the cows come home and see if there's any differences. So we got a diode there, and on mine Diode the same. Other side of the diode. Same. So, yeah. It's almost like there's a problem with the ground on. So if I use the black probe for the non-working one and the red probe for mine, I probe that ground line again on mine, and now on the non-working set. There's a definite difference there, isn't there? So I think it's more sensitive in that setting. So I'm just touching my hand on those now. Let me just probe the ones by this flex cable then. So again, red is mine, black is non-working. So we've got a difference there again straight away. So it's on the flex cable now. Next one, same. Next one. Whoa, what is going on there? Or am I on the wrong one? Is it that one? This seems to have an extra blob. What's going on there then? No, it doesn't. Okay. Tell you what, cracking up here. Right, let's try that again then. So, that one. That one. Should be the same, but they're clearly not. I got my finger on that one, so that's not going to help it. That's definitely not right. Hello, and the next one? Nope. That one? Nope. These are way off. Now this is on the ribbon cable, so I'm using the test points on the ribbon cable here. The red one being the potentially good one. So have we got a problem with my ribbon cable? Who knows? I certainly don't. Interesting bit of kit though, isn't it? So there's definitely an issue there. There's an issue with potentially that socket there, which is what the on-off switch is plugged into. That's a very useful bit of kit. Maybe shorted diode or ICP then. Could be that ribbon cable though. This is the thing, because I just probed along the ribbon cable line there, and I'm getting very little action on this one. I don't know why, because obviously I'm getting diodes and all sorts of things showing up on this. Now I'm trying to think of the situation with this radio. I think I'm nearly there with this one. I've done one board. I don't know if this is the one with the dodgy what am I trying to say here? The dodgy what, Graham? What are you trying to say? Dodgy AM can. I think it is the one with the. Oh, that looks like I've changed that. I've put a new one there. Perhaps this is the one with the dodgy FM then, is it? Just double check that a minute. Perhaps mine is the one with the dodgy FM coil. Yeah, that was okay. It looks like I've got a new AM coil in mine. Yeah. AM coil is good on that one. Can't remember what the issue is with this one. Why don't I connect it up and see? Okay, no audio is the issue with this one by the looks of it, because I've got a display. Of course, I haven't done the audio section on that one yet. And you can't swap and change boards because of all these damn interconnecting pins and everything. So yeah, I've got to get the caps done on the audio board on that one. Well, I've not really, I mean, I'm not going to go any further with this today. I don't know whether it's that ribbon cable, whether I've got a short across there when I've soldered that back in. I don't know. I've got to pull it all apart again, and we haven't got time to do that today, unfortunately. But, yeah. Any trooper left? Nope. The trooper has left the building. J-shape is a dial, isn't it? Cheers, Andrew. So the only other thing to look at today is my website of the day, or of the week, I suppose. And that is Mr. Seabits Tech. This is a nice chap, this is. He's very much into retro stuff. Let me pop his URL in there. 74C treated yourself to a really sharp knife. Whoa. Nice. Yes, so Seabits. If you're not subscribed, then it's worth subscribing to. He's not a massive channel, 3,790 subs. But he's into like retro music stuff, mini discs, cassettes. He's got a problem there with his amp and cassette deck. I've not watched that one yet, so I'm not sure. He does a few repairs. What he's got there, is that a Woe and flutter meter? Scion now, I've got one of those to do with a broken ribbon cable. Cobra boombox. So very much fits in with our sort of stuff that we look at. Boomboxes, cassettes, mini discs. I haven't done a lot of mini disc stuff though, to be fair. Walkmans. Calculator. I haven't actually seen that one. I'll have to look at that. I haven't seen the final one of that. So yeah, interesting channel. We've been going for a little while, so we've got plenty of videos for you to catch up on if you're not subscribed. Is there an about? So he started in 2019. 355 videos. So there you go. Worth a look if you're not already subscribed. Who's looking? Happy birthday to Bob, yeah. In a few days. Tecmo don't need a boost, does he really? I mean, we all know Tecmo, I'm sure. It's like it's an EEV blog, isn't it? And all the big channels, we all know them. Big Clive and all the rest of it. It's down to the smaller channels that we want to promote really and have a look at. So there is a link to his channel in the description if you've not got it off of here. You know, 60, Ricardo. Whoa, you're just behind me. Hey Alex, how are you, mate? Something's wrong with what I've done. I've basically got to put it all apart again and have another go, you know. I've got yet another one here that I don't know, I've salvaged this from someone else's work again, I think. There's all sorts of things wrong with this, but I've done a bit of work on it. These are very, very difficult sets to sort out. I can do it, but it takes time, you know. It takes time, unfortunately. You're being silly, Joe. Yeah, the curve bug was really good. I've really enjoyed that. Yes, I've enjoyed playing with that. That's, you know, thanks again for, I can't remember the chap that sent it to me now, but really appreciated it. It's good to be able to compare to, then you've got an idea roughly where you might be going wrong. And certainly there's plenty of places on this one where it could be wrong. I just thought I'd covered everything there. I've been over that with the microscope, and you know, I was quite confident that I got my my flat flex cable in okay. That's the only like real pain that could be a bit of a nightmare. I mean, there's 2 alignment holes on it, so you can't really get it wrong, but it's whether the solder is spread over to the other terminals, isn't it? I could have shorted out 2 of the terminals there quite easily. Who knows? Don't really want to take that flat flex cable off again though. Cheers, Aaron. There you go, people. I mean, we're sort of 15 minutes early. I'm amazed I made it to the end of the stream, to be honest, because I'm pretty knackered. I've got this cough thing going on. It's eased off for a minute, but it keeps coming back and biting me in the backside. Fingers crossed it'll all be out of the way by next week, hopefully. Have we got anything else to do? I think that's it, unless anyone's got any questions or anything they want to see next time. Yeah, cheers, Bob. I've got to try and get this one done because I've had this for too long now. It needs to go back. Yeah, it needs to go back. But we'll see. Cheers everybody. Have a good one and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.